My job description on Corner Gas Animated, I kind of do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats, but if you put that on your income tax, I wear a lot of hats. They want more information. So I'm executive producer and showrunner. So there's a lot of writing, and I also act on the show, and I tidy up a little bit afterwards after everybody's gone home. Do I draw on the show? I do. I'm one of the revision artists. I make some revisions on the show. So when we're doing the storyboards, well, I shouldn't say we, because I don't do the storyboards. When the storyboards are done, when we need to make changes, I'll go in on my little tablet, my magic drawing machine, and I'll make revisions to the storyboards. And then those get slid into the edit when we're making the early storyboard animatics. So yeah, I do some drawing. I make myself thinner and have more hair. That's the bulk of my revisioning. You can break the law a lot more. You could strap a kid to a rocket and shoot him 500 yards into the sky. Animate, you can't do that in real life. I've asked. The authorities are like, no, you cannot do that. We did 6 seasons of the show, and people were upset that it was done. They wanted more. And then we came out and we did a movie, and the response to the movie was huge, way more than we anticipated that we were going to get a good response to the movie, and it was still, the most eyeballs in the country saw that. 7 million people or something saw the movie. So there was interest from all participating parties. All participating parties said, hey, would you do more Corner Gas? But my partners and I didn't really want to just do more of the same. We thought, well, we would do more if we could do something very different. That'd be the only reason to do it, is how could we do more Corner Gas but do it differently? And we had, years previously kind of joked about it'd be fun to do these as cartoons. To do like we thought about doing an animated episode once, or an animated, because we did a Lego scene. We thought about doing an animated scene. So we just started kicking that idea around again, and it sounded like it would be fun. And I'm a big fan of cartoons. I really feel like the 6 years that we were doing the show, I was de-cartooning the show all the time. That was my main job, was de-cartooning. It's the #1 direction I heard from directors. Okay, Brent, could you be a little less cartoony? That was good, but less cartoony. Your eyes became the size of pie plates there. Could you dial that down a little? And I was like, what? It's great to be back working on these scripts and writing for these characters who I love so much and know so well. We've written so many scripts and so many scenes with these characters. You know what their motivations are. You know what they're thinking. It's a very, as a writer, it's a weird position to be in. It's a fun position to be in, where you're really inside these people's heads. You know them better than you know your own family. Hope my family isn't watching. They'll be upset by that. But I know many of your names, or your initials at least. I'm going to nail that 80% of the time. So it's great to get back into the, sit down. We have a lot of the, some of the same writers from the series, and we have some new writers in, and so it's a great mix. There's some new blood, but everything is kind of familiar, and it's just great. It's like coming back. It's like getting a warm, loving hug from a fat auntie. That's the best analogy you could come up with. That analogy was like a slap from a drunken uncle. I like the hairline. Here's the great thing about animating, is that I can have season 1 hairline for eternity, right? My hair will never recede any more than it is in that first drawing, unless there's some creative reason for it to, and there won't be. I can also, you never have to shave. I can show up to the studio unshaven, pantsless. Who's gonna squawk? Because my character is wearing pants already. So there's a lot of benefits to animating. Yeah, I mean, anything. Let your mind go wild, really. Anything. I know that there's an episode where my animated character, is basically at the top of the grain elevator, about to climb down a zip line. That's something you wouldn't get real Brent to do, no matter how much rye you poured down my gullet. Can you say gullet on TV? I think so. I would say, hey, loosen up. You know, he's kind of, well, one of the things I like about the character, both the live action and the animated character, is he's very kind of, what's the word? He's very laconic. He's very kind of, he parks his elbow in the till, and that's where he is. He just, there's a lot of this going on. So he's very casual. He's kind of the eye of the storm, and the craziness swirls around him. So, you know, I would say to him, just relax. Everything's going to be okay. We know your father's a lunatic, but just, we know your best friend is a moron, but it's all going to be okay. Hello, Brent here. Hey, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the little bell notification too. That way you'll always be alerted whenever we're posting a new video. All right then.